Hey guys, happy April Fools. I'm not gonna prank you all today, but I am going to share with you my monthly favorites and a few fails from the month of March, a nice long month, which went by fast regardless of the 31 days. I've got skincare, a hair care thing, media, and one foodish item. The first product is both a favorite and a fail. It is a sunscreen. A few weeks ago, I did a first impressions for you guys of the Bondi Sands fragrance-free SPF 50 lotion. I bought this on Amazon, but then a viewer actually sent me another one. Now this product, I think is fairly new from Bondi Sands. They're a company that makes sunless tanners, which I don't use, but are more than fine to use. As a side note, I get a lot of questions about sunless tanners, but anyways, I digress. This is their sunscreen, and when I tried it out for you guys, I liked it initially. For the face, it is very shiny on the face, so be aware of that. If you don't like shiny sunscreens, you're not going to enjoy this for your face. And the first day that I wore it, I really liked it on my face. It was comfortable. It's a very nice moisturizing formula. In fact, it says 72 hours of hydration, and I will agree with that. It really does keep the skin moisturized, which can, be a challenge with sunscreens because they're designed to create this film. They don't often impart much in the way of hydration, but this product does. I mean, it really does keep the skin nice and moisturized. But I initially loved it on my face, and when I put it around my eyes, it was wonderful. However, I started wearing it on my face consistently, and I noticed that by the end of the day, I would get the burny eyes, which has happened to me with other chemical sunscreens in the past. So I will not continue to use this on my face. However, I have been using this every morning on my body, and I love it as a body moisturizer and sunscreen. I like that it is water resistant. That's really important, especially here in Houston with all of the humidity. I mean, we're always more or less underwater, it feels like. Provides a little bit of insurance between applications, and the sunscreen is hopefully staying intact despite, the humidity. And I love that it's fragrance free. It has a very short ingredient list, and it really does help keep the skin moisturized. The other thing that I love about this as a body sunscreen is that it doesn't feel filmy or greasy. It stays on the skin pretty well. It doesn't transfer to your clothing, at least in my experience. I always get dressed first and then put my sunscreen on so that as to, reduce the issue of the sunscreen rubbing off onto the clothing. But inevitably, sometimes it often gets on your clothes. And so far, that has not been the case with this. So I really like it as a body sunscreen, but it's just not working out for me on the face, and it does look pretty shiny. Did I mention this already? They do have a line, Bondi Sands, of fragrance-free sunless tanners. It's the Pure line. They have quite a few products, like drops that you can add to your moisturizer, a gradual tanner, facial products to tan the face. You guys know I do not use sunless tanners because I just don't desire the tan skin, but I strongly recommend them over a UV mediated tan like from the sun, or God forbid a tanning bed. All right, so the Bondi Sands sunscreen was both a fail and a win. All right, the next product that was a fail is by Uriage. Uriage is like a French pharmacy brand. They have many good products, but I tried out their gel, regulating foaming gel. And this is a fragrance-free gel cleanser. I love gel cleansers. They tend to be very gentle and not, they don't tend to be drying. They don't tend to leave the skin feeling stripped or anything. And so I was really excited about this. It looked good, free of fragrance, but the consistency of this is off. And by that, I mean, it's almost like it has too much thickener in it for its own good. When you put the amount into your hand, you want to be able to spread it onto the skin, but it's too chunky and it breaks apart a little bit, which I don't care for. As a result, I've wasted a lot of this because you guys know I wash my face in the shower. So I'll put a little bit in my hand, go to put it on my face, and it's broken apart and fallen onto the shower floor. So that's been a fail for me. It's not a very good gel cleanser. It's not bad as far as the ingredients. It doesn't leave the skin feeling dry or stripped or anything. I mean, and it does a good job cleansing. It's just, it doesn't, you know, the performance, the formulation is off somehow. So that was definitely a fail for me. But like I said, Uriage has many wonderful products. All right, the next product was definitely a win. I'm a little bit nervous to recommend it because it seems to be selling out, including from iHerb, which is where I purchased it. It's the Round Labs Mugwort Calming Cream. Oh my gosh, this has been winning for me. It is very similar in consistency to the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. It's just a very nice gel moisturizer. It has mugwort in it, which is a botanic that is anti-inflammatory and has antioxidants to help reduce oxidative stress. And it also has medecicide in it, or centella, to help fight off oxidative stress further. And centella derivatives are wonderful for helping improve the moisture content of your skin, helping to smooth out wrinkles and fine lines. There's some small studies that suggest it can help boost up collagen production. I mean, it's just a really good ingredient to have in your skincare routine in a moisturizer. You don't necessarily need a separate product. So I have really liked this. I strongly recommend it. It's great for people who have oily skin and or rosacea, who don't tolerate heavy moisturizers. And it is very good if you're dealing with redness and irritation. Now they have a mugwort toner that I've also used, and that's good. And I like it. It's actually very good, but I would say for sure the calming cream is really standing out to me from this brand as being noteworthy. They have a sheet mask, which I haven't tried, but I have one that I bought from iHerb. So I look forward to trying that. But yeah, that was really, really a win for this month. Speaking of masks, you guys know I don't really do sheet masks, not because, you know, they're bad or anything. I just don't like to spend the time doing them. And I find they take too much time for too little reward. Sheet masks that I have used in the past and enjoy are like the sauna sheet mask and the Hada Labo, I think it's called anti-aging mask. Well, this past month, I decided to try out these masks from Amazon by this Korean brand, Abib. This is their mild acidic pH sheet mask. And this is wonderful. If you enjoy sheet masks, definitely try this one out. I adore it. I've done it a few times since I shared it with you guys in a vlog, and I really like it. It's very moisturizing. There's no fragrance. It has some of the saponins and triterpenic acids from centella. It has medecicide and asiaticicide. It also has asiatic acid and medicasic acid. So you're getting 4 of the beneficial compounds from centella isolated and included in this mask. It also has green tea or tea leaf extract, which is also rich in anti-inflammatory compounds. It has licorice root, which can calm down redness. And I think, yeah, it's got caffeine in it as well, which can temporarily improve the look of redness. Yeah, so this was a really nice mask. It's very hydrating, it's very moisturizing. It definitely helps kind of just wake up your skin. I hate saying that because it's totally like a woo-woo thing to say, but it really does just kind of perk up overall skin tone first thing in the morning, especially, you know, when you wake up some mornings and you're just not excited. We all have those mornings. Mornings are rough. I'm not a morning person. This helps transition to daytime. This plus this, nice combination. The other thing I really like about these sheet masks is that you get a ton of the essence in the bag. So after you finish the sheet mask, you can definitely decant what is left in this bag. I mean, there's tons left. You can decant it into like a little vial and use that as a toner. You can spray it on your face to continue to take advantage of the product. And I like that the mask is really well soaked in the essence. So not only do you get enough left over to continue to take advantage of it, but the mask itself is not dry. It's very soaked. And the other thing I like about it is that it really covers all the surface area of your face very nicely. And it's easy to put on. Sometimes masks, depending on the material, they can be a little I don't know, a pain to unfold and all that stuff. This really is very easy to use, covers the face. Highly recommend these, they're very good. All right, that's everything in the realm of skincare. A hair clip, I guess you might call it, that I recently bought and has been a game changer for my hair is this clip that I got at Target by Cantu. Now, you guys commented that these have been around forever and you're like, how have you not ever used one of these? I feel like I have used things like this in the past and they don't really work for my hair. This is amazing for my loosey-goosey bun that I create, because I always pull my hair up into a loose ponytail and do the cinnamon roll, and then I clamp it on either side with those claw clamps. And you know, that's kind of how I get my hair out of my face. This has replaced the need for the claw clamps in securing the cinnamon roll loosey-goosey bun. It keeps the bun secure, but it doesn't make it so tight or, you know, uniform that it looks a little severe, like, you know, the angry bun look. It's really easy to use this. I just put my hair in a loose ponytail on the top of my head and then twist it into a cinnamon roll bun. And then I can just take this, I can hold the bun down with my hand, and you just take this and put it all the way around the bun and then secure it in the front. You cannot see it, but it stays secure. It stays secure enough that you can whip your head back and forth and the bun's not going anywhere. But the bun is not too tight and, you know, like intense. It's more of a messy bun, but not too messy, and it's secure. And it comes out of your hair really easily. You just unclamp it and it'll come right out. It doesn't like get caught up in your hair and cause tangling. So I have loved that. It was like $5 at Target. All right, next favorite of the month is a fashion favorite. I say that in air quotes because this isn't something that I can actually wear out and about, and it is this robe. If you are in the market for a robe, I highly recommend this. It is by the brand Yogalicious. I bought it on Amazon. I think it's a company that makes leggings, but this came highly rated and I can see why. It wasn't too expensive. I don't remember exactly the price point, but it was pretty affordable for a robe like this. And it's kind of like sweatshirt material, but the lining is super soft. I've washed this multiple times and it has not dissolved or turned into some sort of, you know, unsightly mess. Very, very soft. It stayed soft. But what I really love about it is that it's easy to push up the sleeves and they stay pushed up, because it's like a sweatshirt, almost like a sweatshirt sleeve. It's a pretty flattering robe too, like you don't look like a puffy marshmallow. And the other thing that I like about it is that because it's kind of this like, I don't know, jersey sweatshirt material, I find that this type of material is really good for your body temperature. You don't get too warm, but if it's cool, it keeps you warm. It's just right. And that's important because it's gonna be summer soon and it'll be hot, but then the air conditioning will be cold. Something like this is a really good thing to have. And it washes up, like I said, really well. All right, the next thing is a food item. I am late to the party on this, and it is black salt. Vegan cooking often requires this or calls for it. It is a type of salt that I guess has sulfur-like compounds in it that gives this, it makes it taste like egg yolks. So it's used to do like vegan scramble. You can add it to tofu and kind of make it taste like eggs, or you can add it to like mung beans and create like an eggy dish. So I wanted to try it. You can get it on iHerb, and I would love to say I have been creating these wonderful vegan dishes, but I have not. I have mostly just been putting this on my hand and licking it off. I love it. I love the way it tastes. It tastes exactly like an egg yolk, like a hard-boiled egg yolk, exactly. I do add it to food. I like sprinkling it on my vegetables, beans. I just sprinkle it on things. I don't really cook with it. Yeah, it's also really good sprinkled on rice, beans, garbanzo beans. Like I I haven't used it to make the vegan scramble or anything. I just kind of sprinkle it on stuff. Very, very good. If you like that kind of eggy taste, definitely try it out. And like you get quite a bit in this bottle. It comes from this brand, the Spice Lab Cooking Inspiration, Pompano Beach, Florida. Hopefully it's still in stock on iHerb. I've been wanting to try black salt for a long time now, and glad I did, because I am hooked. All right, moving into media. I finished this last night and I loved it. This book, The Best Kind of People. I got it at the place where money goes to burst into flames. So this book is about a family in which the father is accused of a pretty horrific crime. And that accusation and everything affects the family members. And so if you like books about family dynamic, you will enjoy this. It's very good. And the nature of the crime that the father has been accused of is such that, I mean, it's very awful. And because of that, the people in the community are, you know, either in complete disbelief because he's like an upstanding member of the community, like he's done all of these, you know, good things in the community. So some people are, you know, in total disbelief, whereas the majority of people are, you know, kind of mobbing against the family. And the father, you know, goes to jail very early on in the book. I'm not giving anything away there. And so the family members are dealing with this and dealing with all of the, you know, criticism and kind of mob mentality from the community. And the daughter, you know, kind of becomes a social outcast, how it affects her, how she copes with it. I mean, it's really good. And as far as what happens to the father, you have to wait until the end of the book to figure that, to learn about that. So it really keeps you sucked in. Highly recommend it. It's very good. It would make a great movie. I think they say on here that they are making a movie out of it. Hopefully Netflix doesn't get a hold of it and ruin it. Sometimes they can do that. Yeah, that is a good book. Speaking of Netflix, I did in fact watch Firefly Lane after I reread the book last month, and it was actually pretty good. I watched it, went by very quickly, but I guess they're gonna do multiple seasons of it. I thought they did a good job, and Katherine Heigl is, you know, I think she's perfect for the role of Tully, and the woman who plays Kate really does a good job. And I like the way the Netflix show kind of breaks up the chronology. Like the book is like starts in their teenage years and then goes chronologically, whereas the Netflix show does, like, you know, what is it called? Back in flashbacks, does a lot of those like flashbacks, and so you get pieces of the story handed to you here and there, and you really, because of that, you really have to pay attention to the Netflix show. Otherwise you'll miss key things. So Firefly Lane was pretty good. I thought they did a good job with it. And then after I watched that, I started watching Virgin River. I really have liked that show. I watched the entire first season, and I am about 2 episodes into the second season. It's about a nurse practitioner who comes to this like kind of small rural town, has to work for this like old school crotchety family doctor, and you know, they're kind of like butting heads. And yeah, it's really good. I've enjoyed it. So those are my monthly favorites and fails from March. Comment below, what have you been enjoying? Yeah, I always enjoy the month of March because it's like kickstarting spring and saying goodbye to winter. Here, it's a very pleasant month weather-wise. So I enjoy March. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.